All right, so once our kids are out of their the convertible car seats and they're at, how do you know when they're ready for a booster seat?
Okay, well, if you're using a convertible seat, they're going to go from rear facing to forward facing. Again, we're going to look at that sticker or the owner's manual for that seat to see what that higher weight limit is. And once we reach that, when that child is developmentally ready and reach the right weight, then we can go to a booster seat.
Okay. Because you were saying it's kind of fine line. So if you have a 2-year-old or that is exceeding the weight limit, they may not really be ready for a booster seat.
Exactly. So then there are some seats that have higher harness weight limits for forward facing, and that's what we would consider first.
Okay.
But let's say that we have a 5-year-old who weighs 50 pounds and is ready to be in a booster seat. So there's several different kinds on the market. This is what we call a high back booster, which the high back can be removed and then it's a backless booster. The beauty of this seat, this is kind of a short 5-year-old. So typically what would happen if you put them in a lap shoulder belt is this shoulder belt comes right across their face.
Yeah.
And then what do? They take it and put it behind them so they have no upper body support and crash. So the beauty of this booster seat is there's a little device here that allows us to put that shoulder belt and put it in the correct position.
Yeah, so that's something to look for when buying your...
Exactly, and you'll notice this has a little bit of a wrap around their head because many of these kids still fall asleep in the car. Many cars now have side airbags, and we want the kids to stay in position, we call it, so they don't drift over towards that potential airbag.
Yes.
So when you're in a booster seat, the lap portion goes low over your hips on the top of your thighs. The shoulder belt comes across the middle of your chest and then underneath these arms of the booster seats. So they can move, but this will lock if there's a sudden stop or a crash.
And what is the weight? Up to what weight should kids
Most
be
of
in
these
that booster?
go up to 100 pounds.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elaine, for clearing all this up with us. And to remind people, it's the first Thursday each month at Deary Brothers.
5 to 7.
5 to 7, and so if you have any questions or you want to make sure that your car seat's in properly or your carrier base, just stop on over to Deary Brothers. It's worth it. It's because it's safety first, right?
Exactly.
Thanks.